Revelation chapter 9, the scariest chapter in the Bible. The Bible is replete with various narratives that evoke a range of emotions, from joy and hope to fear and dread. Among these, Revelation chapter 9 stands out as one of the most terrifying chapters, depicting a series of cataclysmic events and supernatural horrors that can unsettle even the most stoic reader. This chapter is part of the larger apocalyptic vision received by John, which details the events leading up to the end times. The graphic and unsettling imagery, combined with the scale of destruction and suffering described, contribute to its reputation as one of the most frightening passages in the biblical canon. Before we start, we'd like to ask for your support. If you enjoy our video, please hit the like button. This will help us reach more people and create content for you. Now let's get started with today's video. Revelations 9 is the scariest chapter in the Bible, the fifth trumpet. The abyss and its horrors, verses 1 to 12. Revelation chapter 9 begins with the sounding of the fifth trumpet, heralding a new wave of divine judgments upon the earth. A star fallen from heaven to earth is given the key to the bottomless pit, also known as the abyss. This fallen star is often interpreted as a fallen angel or a demonic being, underscoring the chapter's connection to supernatural and malevolent forces. Opening the abyss. The act of unlocking the abyss is a pivotal moment. As the pit is opened, smoke rises, darkening the sun and the air. This imagery is reminiscent of volcanic eruptions or industrial pollution, but on a far more apocalyptic scale. The darkness that envelops the earth symbolizes the ensuing chaos and the malevolent presence about to be unleashed. The locusts, emerging from the smoke, are locusts. But these are no ordinary insects. They are described with an amalgamation of terrifying features that set them apart from any known creature. These locusts have the power of scorpions, equipped to inflict severe pain. They are commanded not to harm the grass, plants, or trees, but only those who do not bear the seal of God on their foreheads. This divine mark is a protective sign, distinguishing the faithful from the rest of humanity. The torment inflicted by these locusts is described as akin to the sting of a scorpion, lasting for 5 months. The pain is so excruciating that people will seek death but will be unable to find it. This particular aspect, seeking death in vain, heightens the horror, illustrating a torment so unbearable that even the release of death is denied. Terrifying appearance. The locusts' appearance is described in detail, each element adding to their terrifying nature. They resemble horses prepared for battle, adorned with crowns of gold. Their faces are like human faces, suggesting a form of intelligence or malevolence beyond that of ordinary insects. They have hair like women's hair and teeth like lions' teeth, combining elements of beauty and savagery. Their breastplates are like those of iron, signifying invulnerability, and their wings produce a sound like many chariots rushing into battle, creating an auditory component to their terror. Their tails, like scorpions, can sting, and their torment is both physical and psychological. Leader of the locusts. These locusts have a king, the angel of the abyss, named Abaddon in Hebrew and Apollyon in Greek, both meaning destroyer. The name itself evokes fear, representing the embodiment of destruction and chaos. This leader oversees the torment inflicted upon humanity, highlighting the organized and purposeful nature of this divine judgment. The sixth trumpet. The release of the 4 angels, verses 13 to 21, as the sixth trumpet sounds, the narrative shifts to an even more destructive series of events. A voice from the 4 horns of the golden altar before God commands the release of 4 angels bound at the great river Euphrates. These angels have been prepared for this very hour, day, month, and year, emphasizing the predetermined and inevitable nature of the unfolding events. The 4 angels and their army. The release of these 4 angels unleashes a massive army of 200 million mounted troops. The scale of this army is staggering, suggesting an overwhelming force of destruction. The horses and their riders are depicted with horrific attributes. The riders wear breastplates of fiery red, dark blue, and yellow as sulfur, while the horses have heads like lions. From their mouths issue fire, smoke, and sulfur, which are responsible for killing a third of mankind. The description of the horses is particularly nightmarish. Their tails are like serpents with heads, capable of inflicting harm. The combination of fire, smoke, and sulfur evokes imagery of hell and eternal damnation, contributing to the chapter's overall sense of dread. The plagues. The 3 plagues of fire, smoke, and sulfur are depicted as emanating from the horses' mouths. These elements not only cause immense physical destruction but also symbolize divine wrath and purification. The scale of death and destruction, 1/3 of humanity, is unprecedented, highlighting the severity of the judgment being executed. Unrepentant humanity. despite the overwhelming evidence of divine judgment and the immense suffering inflicted upon them. The survivors remain unrepentant. They continue to worship idols made of gold, silver, bronze, stone, and wood, which cannot see, hear, or walk. They also persist in their sins, including murders, sorceries, sexual immorality, and thefts. This persistent unrepentance underscores the hardened nature of human hearts and the depth of humanity's rebellion against God. Elements contributing to the fear and dread: vivid and graphic imagery. The detailed descriptions of the locusts and the army of horsemen are vivid and graphic, creating a powerful visual impact. The combination of familiar and monstrous elements in these creatures makes them particularly unsettling. Supernatural and malevolent forces. The chapter's depiction of supernatural beings, fallen angels, demonic entities, and the angel of the abyss, adds a layer of supernatural horror. These are not just natural disasters but orchestrated events involving malevolent forces. Massive scale of destruction. The scale of destruction is immense, affecting vast portions of humanity and the environment. The death of a third of mankind and the widespread torment create a sense of overwhelming catastrophe. Inescapable torment. The idea that people will seek death but be unable to find it adds a psychological dimension to the physical torment. It highlights the inescapability of divine judgment and the totality of the suffering inflicted. Moral and spiritual implications. The chapter emphasizes the moral and spiritual dimensions of the judgments. The persistence of idolatry and sin despite clear signs of divine wrath underscores the depth of human depravity and the seriousness of the judgments. Conclusion. Revelation chapter 9 stands out as one of the scariest chapters in the Bible due to its vivid depictions of supernatural horrors, massive scale of destruction, and profound moral and spiritual implications. The graphic imagery, involving locusts with scorpion stings and a vast army of destructive horsemen, evokes a powerful sense of fear and dread. The chapter's portrayal of inescapable torment and humanity's persistent unrepentance adds depth to its horror, making it a profound and unsettling part of the biblical narrative. This chapter serves as a stark reminder of the severity of divine judgment and the ultimate consequences of human rebellion against God. Please subscribe my YouTube channel. I hope you like this video. Thank you.